Hi everyone, I'm Munmun Ganeriwal and I'm joining as usual at 6 p.m. for the 10 weeks of Yuktahaar project. आज हमने एक होली प्लान पोस्ट किया है पेज पे. So people who are following the project or who are following the book or who are following the TBBD diet, the 3 phases, उनके लिए phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 का अलग अलग होली प्लान is something that we have posted today on my social media page. And the basic agenda of posting that was to basically convey the fact that whatever real situations you are in, you can follow the meal planning guidelines of TBBD. जो meal planning guidelines chapter 10 में है, they are the backbone of your diet. So please go ahead and read that. But basically आप जो situations में हैं उस हिसाब से आप वो guidelines follow कर सकते हैं, and at the same time you can enjoy the food, the different kinds of food, festival foods, deep fried भी, मीठा भी, चाट भी, किसी भी तरह का food हो. These are things that you can enjoy. You don't have to give up on everything just because you are on a diet or just because you want to stay healthy or just because you want to lose weight. And with the same theme in the mind, what I'm going to discuss today is about all the travels. बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो travel करते हैं, and the moment they know that I'm going to travel, number one thing is women especially, they start getting worried. Oh, beach पे जाना है, swimming costume पहनना है, how will I look, what will I do? So the main tension is not, the thing is not about going out there and enjoying the holiday, but it is most about कि क्या पहनूंगी, कैसी दिखूंगी, कैसे रहूंगी. And the other is all those people, irrespective of the gender, who want to, who are, on a diet to lose weight, they start thinking कि oh, travel पे जा रहे हैं, holiday है, yeah, even if it's a work travel, any kind of travel, then definitely I'm going to come back gaining weight because diet तो follow होना नहीं है travel में. So travel is definitely a part of our life, and since now at least the COVID-19 virus is behaving better, the travels have opened up and there are people who are traveling almost everywhere. The international travels have also quite eased up now, so which is a good thing obviously. So it is an essential part of our life, and when it is an essential part of our life, it is important that we talk about it, because ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपका डाइट जो है वो सिर्फ आप जब अपने होम ग्राउंड पे हैं तभी करना है, और जैसे ही आपको कहीं के लिए उड़ान भरनी है तो वो डाइट the diet should just disappear. It should not be like that. In fact, most of my clients travel a lot, whether they are actors or celebrities or simply people who are into business, but they do travel either for work or leisure, and there is no time when we say that okay आप travel कर रहे हैं तो अभी diet pause कर दीजिए. Our program always continues just the way it has to continue. So travel में again I'll say that the chapter 10 का जो meal planning, there are 7 guidelines, the meal planning guidelines, they still hold true, as I've been going on saying that they hold true irrespective of the situation that you are in. So we are again going to keep those 7 guidelines as our main as I said, the backbone, and then I'm going to take you through a day when we travel and how we can go ahead with the meal plans and everything. We are working on a travel plan creative as well, just the way आज हमने होली plan का डाला है. We are working on a travel plan as well, based on your phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and we are going to post it soon, if not tomorrow then day after. But keep a lookout for it, because here I cannot explain all the recipes and everything in the live. I can just tell you about the broader guidelines, but that plan which we are going to post soon based on phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, that will give you a better hang of the recipes. So the number one thing, as I say, the first thing is about starting your day with a warm drink. So this holds true even if you are traveling. आप अगर travel कर रहे हैं, so you can always wherever you are in somebody's house as a guest or you are in a hotel, जो भी herbal drinks हैं in my book, which is Yuktahaar, the belly and brain diet, those herbal drinks, of course you can choose the ones which are lesser time consuming, because see, we do not travel for like 1 month. We travel for 4 days, 5 days, maximum a week. That is how our travels are there. So वो 5 to 7 days के लिए you can just choose the easiest one that you see in the book, which requires some minimal spices. Like the fennel tea is there in the book. It requires just the fennel and some mishri. Both are things which if you want you can carry from home, but most of the hotels, I mean all the hotels, not even most, but all the hotels are going to have saunf and mishri with them. If you're in somebody's house, then again it's not a very rare spice. It's something that is always there, in each and everybody's home. So no matter, you are traveling, start your day with a warm drink. I know a lot of people who then feel acha travel kar rahe hain, and they're just going to wake up and then brush and simply just wear their night suits and go to the breakfast buffet and just eat like a king size breakfast. Don't do that. Still, start your day with a warm drink. प्लान बिफोर हैंड, जाने के पहले ही प्लान करो कि कौन सा ड्रिंक पीना है. आपके डेस्टिनेशन पे डिपेंड करता है. अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आप जहां जा रहे हैं वहां ये स्पाइसेस नहीं होंगे, देन कैरी इट फ्रॉम योर हाउस. बट बिकॉज स्पाइसेस जस्ट दिस मच, आई थिंक ओनली 50 grams इज व्हाट यू कैरी फॉर योर एंटायर ट्रिप. इट विल लास्ट यू. सो ना तो वो आपके लगेज को बढ़ाएगा और ना वो आपका किसी तरह से आपके सूटकेस में ज्यादा जगह लेगा. सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट इज वेरी वेरी डूएबल. ओनली जस्ट पुट योर लिटिल mind into it. The second meal is your breakfast, of course, and a very very important thing is that do not go and eat the breakfast buffet. People who travel and who stay in hotels, almost all the hotels in India and abroad, especially like if you agar aap abroad ja rahe hain but you have got a Indian travel agent to fix your travel package, they will always tempt you with this thing ki is hotel ka tariff ye hai and iske sath ye complimentary breakfast buffet hai, and we people jump on it because free food, right? I mean free food is the best thing that can happen to us and we feel ki yes, let's go for it. एंड वो ब्रेकफास्ट बफे में हम फिर ऐसा खाते हैं क्योंकि पैसा दिया है एंड पैसा वसूलना भी जरूरी है. एज इंडियंस वी टोटली बिलीव इन पैसा वसूल, विच इज फाइन बट नॉट लाइक दिस. सो what I do, like personally I'll tell you, whenever I travel, firstly I don't go through agents. I like doing it directly because I like to know what stuff the hotels make, what they cook. So I even try to speak to the chefs before I, pay the advance money to the hotel. But what I try to do is I negotiate with them that instead of giving me a complimentary breakfast, give me a complimentary lunch, because I would rather eat those varieties and and really indulge during the lunch time and not for breakfast. And a breakfast buffet doesn't really work for me at all. So no breakfast buffet. So try this thing, try to negotiate with the hotels ki bhai aap mujhe breakfast ke jagah lunch buffet de do. And there are some hotels which they don't agree. They say that you want to go for a breakfast buffet, you go for it, otherwise you can leave it, but we are not going to we are not going to replace it with lunch, and we are not even going to cut down on the tariff because of that, which is fine. Then I just let go of that. I'm happy letting go of that breakfast buffet because I anyways, firstly the breakfast has to be light, right? This is something that we have always spoken about कि breakfast जो है वो light होना चाहिए. And a breakfast buffet is something like the worst thing that you would do on a holiday, because number one, आप वो buffet में इतना ढेर सारा खा लेंगे कि आपको अच्छी खासी भूख लगने नहीं वाली है 2-3 बजे तक. 3 बजे तक तो you are like settled. 3 बजे तक भूख नहीं लगने वाली है. And a lot of people actually eat that breakfast buffet, keep thinking that okay, इसके बाद साइट सीइंग के लिए जाना है एंड फिर पता नहीं खाना कब मिलेगा तो अभी ही खा लो सारा. दिस इज अ वेरी रॉन्ग थिंग टू थिंक. your sightseeings, your travel plans, your itinerary has to be planned, ensuring that lunch has to be the star meal of the day. You cannot have a holiday where you start off your day with a heavy breakfast, because 2-3 दिन आप ये कर लोगे, बट चौथे दिन आपके हॉलीडे में either you will feel constipated, or you will feel nausea, or you will feel bloated, you will be all over the place. So you don't want to reach a stage where you're not even enjoying your holiday. So very important thing is say no to the breakfast buffets. आपको complimentary मिल रहा है तो भी उसको जाने दो. It's worth that. It's okay leaving off that breakfast buffet. And then what breakfast में क्या खाना है? As I said, a light breakfast. So what is a light breakfast? Go for any one meal. You can order a la carte if not a buffet. तो वो a la carte जो है उसमें क्या होना चाहिए? It could be something like an oats porridge. Why do I say oats right now? Because otherwise I do not advocate a lot of foreign foods. Oats is a non-Indian food. But because when I'm talking about a travel, firstly I'm not asking you to make oats porridge a lifelong habit. It is just there for your travel time, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, whatever it is. So that is number one. Anything हम short term पे लेते हैं, that's a different story. हम कोई चीज रोज करने लगते हैं, that's a completely different story. So number one, oats porridge. One, why? Because it's only for a short term, only because you travel. And why because you travel? Because it's the most easily available. आप इंडिया में हैं, आप अब्रॉड में हैं, आप कहीं भी हैं, आपको ओट्स पॉरिज तो मिल ही जाता है. सो दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई आई से दैट यू कैन go for that. If you're traveling outside India, you won't have any issues because you will get something like a quinoa porridge or an amaranth porridge. These are things that are pretty much easily available. Or of course you can go for smoothies, right? So you can carry sattu powder when you're traveling. सत्तू पाउडर ले सकते हैं आप. You can carry your whey isolate. Again, they're not going to occupy a whole lot of space in your suitcase or add to the extra luggage much. So you can go for the sattu powder and whey isolate powder. These powders you can simply mix it with water, put some seeds and nuts and spices or fruit, what you like, and then just drink it up. So again, something that can be easily doable even inside your room, or a little help from the kitchen staff, or kitchen help, whoever, wherever you are staying. So these kind of things is something that you have to think about before you reach the destination, कि वहाँ पे क्या availability है और उस हिसाब से आप अपने breakfast का क्या arrangement कर सकते हैं. The second thing, breakfast के बाद आता है lunch. As I said, lunch has to be between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. बहुत doable लगने लगेगा अगर आप breakfast light करेंगे. If your breakfast is light, then automatically your lunch will become very doable at between 11 to 1, because you will automatically feel very hungry. Lunch में there's a very important topic that I have to touch, and it is about food diversity. Food diversity is something that I have been speaking about a lot, especially since we started phase 2. And food diversity is about eating a variety of foods, right? Why? Because that is going to build a diverse microbiome inside your body, and a diverse microbiome means a diverse workforce for you, which have different skills, and they are all going to bring their skills onto the table for you and help you in diverse ways in keeping you healthy, fit, nice, toned, happy, cheerful, and all of that. So why I'm talking about diversity right now? I'm talking about diversity right now is because whenever you travel, you get an extremely good chance to include diverse foods on your plate. Whenever we travel, हमारे लिए डाइवर्सिटी को इंक्लूड करना बहुत ईजी हो जाता है, क्योंकि आप एक नए डेस्टिनेशन पे गए हैं, वेदर इट्स अ डोमेस्टिक डेस्टिनेशन और इंटरनेशनल डेस्टिनेशन, बट आप एक नए जगह पर गए हैं. और आप एक नए जगह पे गए हैं तो उस जगह का अपना एक रीजनल क्यूजीन होगा. Even if you travel within India, India is so diverse, even within Maharashtra we have so many cuisines. There is, a Kolhapuri cuisine which is completely different, a Konkani cuisine which is completely different, and it's just not about the taste, guys, it's about the ingredients. Like a Konkani one, they use more of coconuts, the other one they use more of peanuts. So the moment you start eating the regional food, किस जगह का, जिस जगह पे आपने ट्रैवल किया है, you are, without taking any extra effort, you are giving your gut an opportunity to, witness a diverse food spectrum, which I feel is so easy to do. क्योंकि आप जहाँ जा रहे हैं वहाँ सबसे पहले आपको वहाँ का लोकल रीजनल फूड सबसे ज़्यादा अवेलेबल भी मिलेगा, सबसे अच्छा पका हुआ भी मिलेगा, बिकॉज दे हैव एक्सपर्टीज इन कुकिंग दोज मील्स, सो दे नो हाउ टू कुक इट द बेस्ट. तो आपको सबसे अच्छा टेस्टी खाना मिल रहा है, सबसे फ्रेश मिल रहा है, एंड इन द बार्गेन यू आर ऑल्सो इंक्लूडिंग डाइवर्सिटी इन योर मेन्यू. सो सपोज इफ आई लिव इन बॉम्बे एंड आई गो टू कैलकाटा for a travel, then I'll be able to expose my gut to a lot of other regional Bengali dishes जो यहाँ मुझे बैठे बैठे मुंबई में खाना और इंट्रोड्यूस करवाना मुश्किल है. Of course, it's a global world and everything is possible these days, I agree. But that freshness, that taste, that authentic way of exposing it will not be possible if I'm just sitting here in Mumbai. So whenever you travel, give diversity a chance, which means कि आप जिस जगह जा रहे हैं उस destination के dishes को ज़रूर try करिए. Of course, it has to match with the phase that you are in. That is something that is given now. I don't want to go on repeating that. But even with each phase, you have a lot of flexibility of being able to do that, especially in lunch, because in lunch you get that opportunity to experiment with a whole lot of multiple dishes. There's more variety in lunch, there's more wholesomeness, more substantial. So lunch को आप ensure कीजिए that you make use of the regional local dishes of the destination that you are traveling to. That is the second thing. After lunch, we come to the evening meal. Now, evening meal, if we have had lunch at 11 to 1 के बीच में, तो evening meal होगा somewhere between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. ये evening meal is the best time to again indulge in the local chaats, local deep fried items, local maybe even the street foods. Because अगर हम street food lunch में खा लेंगे, then what happens is कि street food से एक बार ऐसा लगता है कि पेट बहुत भर गया है, but eventually after 1 hour you will start feeling hungry again, which means that in the real sense it's not that quite wholesome. राइट सो जो जितने भी स्ट्रीट फूड हैं, जितने चाट हैं, डीप फ्राइड आइटम्स हैं, मीठा है, दोज आर थिंग्स, द लोकल वंस, दोज आर थिंग्स दैट यू शुड ट्राई इन द इवनिंग 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is again important, as I said, because it gives you an opportunity to expose your gut to diversity. It also brings you closer to the local culture and the cuisine of that destination, which I think is again very important, because जब तक आप कुछ चीज़ें वहाँ का नहीं खाए, you do not really get to understand that place. So that is again something which is very important. आप कितने बार ये डीप फ्राइड और मीठा खा सकते हैं, अगेन इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द नंबर ऑफ डेज यू आर ट्रैवलिंग. इफ यू आर ट्रैवलिंग फॉर से 10 days, देन ऑफ कोर्स डोंट गो अराउंड ईटिंग चाट एंड डीप फ्राइड ऑल द 10 days कि आप पूरे 10 दिन ही वो खा रहे हैं. सो डोंट डू दैट. But if you're traveling, like say only for 3 days, then it's fine. I mean, 3 days of continuous, if you had a local dessert, 1 day chaat, 1 day dessert, and that's completely fine. So, in that sense, again, I'll say use some common sense. Other than the local stuff, the delicacies that I mentioned, what are the things that you can carry from home that you can make use of in the evening? For example, suppose you are on a road trip, then what do? Then a lot of things that you can carry. You don't have to carry everything, but I'm just giving options. It could be laddoos. लड्डूज जो हैं फेज के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. अगर आपने आज का होली प्लान देखा है तो आपको पता चलेगा, लाइक फेज 1 में देयर इज अ मूंग दाल लड्डू. इन फेज 2 यू कैन डू अ हॉर्स ग्राम लड्डू और अ बेसन लड्डू और अ कोकोनट लड्डू. In phase 3, you can do any other laddu, like gond laddu, suji laddu. There are so many laddus. Laddu kyun? Because it's dry, something very easy to carry, keeps you full as an evening thing. So laddu, chikki, those chakli, murukku, those kind of things, or a chivda. The chivda is something that poha जो rice flakes होता है उससे बनाया जाता है with lot of curry patta and nuts and spices. Again, a very nice thing, healthy thing to make and to carry. So these are the things that can be carried from home, and you can have that when you're traveling evening time. And the best is always have a good stock of fruits. अगर आप होटल में हैं, सो ऑलवेज द मोमेंट यू रीच बाय फ्रूट्स, द लोकल फ्रूट्स, आपके होटल के बाहर में जो वेंडर है उससे फ्रूट्स खरीद के रूम में रखिए. दैट्स द बेस्ट थिंग टू डू. सो in the evening, fruit can be an option. Any of these dry things that you carry from home, that can be an option. And of course, as I said, you can try the various delicacies of the destination that you're traveling to for evening. Now comes the most important thing, and that is dinner. Now dinner is the time when we always go wrong. We plan our travels, but we do not think about dinners, and we do not, the reason why we end up having a huge dinner is because हम lunch ठीक से नहीं करते हैं when we travel. So I will say कि सबसे पहले तो आप अपना breakfast और lunch sort करो, because if your breakfast is sorted, you know that you're skipping the buffet, you're mentally prepared that you're not eating the complimentary buffet, and you know that you're having just this smoothie or a porridge for breakfast, and you know that you are going to have like the best food for your lunch, like the most most wholesome and substantial, then automatically your dinner gets sorted because you will not be very, very hungry for dinner. जब ये दोनों sorted नहीं होता है, then what happens is by the time you come to your hotel room after all the sightseeing, you're so exhausted and so hungry that you just want to eat everything that is there for dinner. Most of the hotels, that is why अगर आप देखेंगे उनका buffet जो होता है या breakfast तो होता ही है most common, and the other second common is dinner buffet. They will never have a lunch buffet. जबकि सबसे important होता है lunch buffet because lunch is the time when you can really eat well. So they really work on a very different agenda, and वो agenda ये होता है कि most of the people, they are out during the day, sightseeing, travels, meeting friends or whatever it is. So उनके लिए it makes more sense कि breakfast और dinner पे buffet रखो. But you need to escape from dinner buffets. You need to escape from breakfast buffets. Please do not end up having a big buffet dinner. Dinner again as per जैसा breakfast है वैसा ही आपको lunch वैसा ही आपको लाइट रखना है, नॉट लंच, लाइट रखना है. सो डिनर्स अगेन एज आई हैव बीन सेइंग, खिचड़ी, राइस दाल, फुल्का सब्जी, 1 or 2 items max, like a tamarind khichdi or a tomato rice, any of these things. Again, these are things that are easily available a la carte. Even if you are like, you know, abroad, these are things quite easily available in any restaurant's menu. So, you know, if you are like, if you want to ask me about non-Indian options, then non-Indian options again can be just like a rice and lentil curry, or it could be just like rice and a Thai curry. So these are again still relatively lighter options, but don't settle for, you know, huge dinner buffets. That is something that is very, very important. And of course dinner timings is also important. Dinner जो है वो आपके बेड टाइम से बहुत क्लोज भी नहीं होना चाहिए. So ensure कि अगर आप ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, you are on the go, you have not reached your hotel, तो वहाँ पे जो है, जो भी on the go में जो आपका best available है, the healthiest that you see is available, you can have that. You can avoid food accidents in a travel, during a travel, only when you plan for your meals. अगर आप ऐसा छोड़ देंगे कि अच्छा देखेंगे क्या होगा देखेंगे, then obviously you're going to encounter more food accidents than you would have thought. So always plan for your meals. You plan for your itinerary months in advance. You sit with your spouse, with your partner, with whoever you're going with, and you discuss the itinerary. आप बहुत लोगों से पूछते हैं क्या देखना चाहिए, कहाँ जाना चाहिए. We do all of that exercise. But उसका 10% effort अपने खाने के तरफ भी लो. जाने के पहले भी थोड़ा रिसर्च करो. जैसा मैंने कहा, कुछ चीज़ें आप लेके भी जा सकते हैं, और वहाँ जाने के बाद भी थोड़ा एफर्ट दो. इट जस्ट रिक्वायर्स अ 5-minute प्लानिंग बिफोर यू स्टार्ट योर डे, दैट हाउ यू वांट टू प्लेस योर मील्स टुडे. सो आई थिंक इफ यू डू ऑल ऑफ दैट, a lot of it is sorted. This is something that I've seen with a lot of my clients. I honestly would be very happy to say that I don't have clients who say कि traveling है तो सब खत्म हो गया, you know, सब चौपट हो गया. I don't get to hear that because you know, we do give out, you know, travel plans, special travel plans during consultations. We see to it that you know, they sail through the travels very easily, and of course after 1 or 2 trips they know how to do it themselves as well. Most of my actor clients travel like 11 months in a year, and they are quite in good shape. They never say कि travel था तो सब, you know, चौपट हो गया and I couldn't follow the plan. So it's not like that. There is a lot of flexibility, and in fact, you know, all my actor clients always eat destination ka delicacy. Like if you see, Rakul had posted a picture of a basket chaat because she was shooting in Lucknow once, and I said that, you know, you go out and have. So she posted a picture of herself with basket chaat on Instagram, because basket chaat is one of Lucknow's most favorite and most popular chaat item. But as I said, it's the timings that matter. You know, you can't go on and have that for dinner, and you know, you can't go on and have that even at 7 PM thinking कि ये मेरा evening snack है, but वो evening snack ही आपका 7 PM पे हो रहा है. So of course those are the things that matter, you know. So as I said, be mindful, and if you be mindful, you will be able to sail through the travels also quite easily. Again, a reminder that I'll be putting out a travel plan creative. Again, जैसा आज होली plan डाला था वैसा ही हम डालेंगे. Give me 1 or 2 days. We are working on it, and you will be able to have a much better insight on what are the different options that you can have while you're traveling. This will also be according to the different phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. तो ऐसा बिल्कुल मत सोचना कि अच्छा phase 3 में ही सब कुछ हो सकता है. You can really live your life really well and still follow the TBBD no matter which phase you are in. So I'll take the questions. Okay. Is distilled drinks allowed after phase 3? What can be the frequency? So Shabshanif is asking about distilled drinks. Distilled drinks is basically hard drinks जैसे कि vodka, rum, all of this whiskey. So these are all distilled drinks. So basically she's asking about hard drinks. So yes, in phase 3 you can have hard drinks if you wish. It's not something that I'm going out and promoting. We have done a complete live on alcohol and how you can have them and things like that. So I think you can just go back and check that video, Shabshanif. We have done it in phase 3, not very long, but phase 2 में तो किया ही था wine and beer के ऊपर, but phase 3 में I have done a separate video on hard drinks. So I think you can just go and check that. The frequency जो आप सबसे ज़्यादा frequency जो आप रख सकते हैं वो once in a week है. आप once in fortnight रखिए, once in a month रखिए, but basically it has to be a ritual that you mindfully develop for your own self mentally, and then you stick to it. Thaps 41 is asking, can fruits be taken at dinner time or as a post workout meal? So fruits का best time is 10 AM to 5 PM. अगर आप उसको ऐसे ही खा रहे हैं just as a fruit, then the best time is that. अगर आप उसको as a post workout meal खा रहे हैं, then you can take it at any time just after you finish your workout. Okay. Somebody is asking me, is it okay to skip exercise during travel? That really depends on how much you are traveling, your own personal likes and dislikes also. There are many people who don't want to skip exercising even for a single day. There are few people who don't mind skipping it when they travel. अगर आपका travel ही 15 दिन का है, then I will suggest that you don't skip it completely. Maybe you just do it once a week so that you at least catch 2 exercise sessions in your 15-day travel. If you're just traveling for 3 days, then you might as well skip it. But as I said, there are few people जिनको दिन का शुरुआत ही अच्छा लगता है exercise करने से, then that's a completely different thing. So it's variable. It depends on your personal preferences. It depends on how long you're traveling. अगर आप बहुत लंबी travel के लिए जा रहे हैं, then it is important that you catch up few sessions. The reason why I say that is because आपका जो strength, जो stamina है, वो बहुत gap के बाद it starts dropping down. So ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपने बहुत लंबा break ले लिया 3 हफ्तों का and you didn't exercise at all. So आप जब वापस आए, you're having a tough time getting back into your exercise intensity. So उस समय फिर अच्छा रहता है if it's इतना लंबा gap है 3 week का, then at least you work out once a week so that those 3 exercise sessions in 3 weeks will also ensure that at least your strength and stamina doesn't go back to zero. So that is the thing. Now okay, how many times can people with history of high triglycerides have coconut in a week? They can have it every day in a week, no problem. Do we skip the supplements if we want to skip a meal for some reason? Example, not hungry, away from home. Yeah, I mean, in that case, you can always adjust the supplements, right? Like if suppose your supplement, like a Trikatu, for example, if you're talking about the supplements of TBBD, so Trikatu is after breakfast and after dinner. Aapne breakfast agar skip kar diya, firstly, I will always tell you that don't skip the breakfast. But agar one off mein aisa ho gaya ki skip ho gaya, then you can have your Trikatu after lunch. So you can always adjust them. Okay, and what's the gap after which we can get into TBBD 3 phase? Again, I said you can go ahead and do the 3 phase TBBD program twice a year. So when you're doing it twice a year, in the book I have also mentioned what are these months. The preferable months are March and August, because that is the time when you do a season change, when there is a season change, which gives you a fair idea that when you're doing March and August, it means what, how many months? April, May, like 5 to 6 months gap. So in that sense you can calculate and figure out. But yeah, you don't have to stick to only March and August. You can do it at any time of the year. It was just given as an example, but it gives you a good reference of the gap that you can keep between your two programs. So I think I have taken most of the questions. Somebody is asking me which food is good for period cramps. We haven't gotten into that part where we are talking about each health concern separately, because that in itself is a complete live session that I can do on period cramps, on triglycerides, on various other concerns. But what I'll say right now is that just get on to the 3-phase TBBD program. A lot of girls, if you even read their reviews, it's posted on my Instagram page. You can go and check the Amazon reviews. A lot of girls have said that they have found relief in the period cramps. In fact, it's gone, it's disappeared. So to begin with, I think this is the best thing to do, that you can just read the book and follow the 10 weeks program, because any which ways, when you ask me what is a good food or effective food for period cramps, किसी एक food से तो कुछ भी करिश्मा होने नहीं वाला है. You have to follow like a complete lifestyle, and TBBD is that lifestyle, because it tells you about various things. It's just not telling you about one food or one superfood, but it's giving you a complete structure on how you should carry on your day from morning to night. So if you do that, then your problems will get solved. And then that adding of superfood, some special food for certain health concern, all of that is the second step. So I'll say that you go on and at least take the first step. Okay. So great, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I see there are a few more questions, but I have to go because it's time. And if there are some questions that are left unanswered, then you can post them as comments, and I'm going to answer them for sure. Thank you so much.